Yo, what is up, people? This is Zero, and the topic I have to talk about is something that would probably be considered very controversial. Is that servitude, for whatever reason, is, people are not acknowledging it as being a form of slavery because it's not chattel slavery. And I've had plenty of arguments with folks uh, about this because they look at, well, it was chattel slavery, blah blah. It was easier, and I was like, I'm not, because they wanted to compare it. They thought I was trying to compare chattel slavery to that, which I think it was a talking point that just was created. But the thing about it was, and the point I was trying to make was, I said it was slavery. That's like I'm not arguing if it was better or worse. The point I was trying to argue was that slavery, and although the slavery was minimal, I would say minimal, but it was limited. That's more accurate word for it because you had to work off of debt. So, and I know you taught this to us in school that say at indentured servitude, the indentured service got paid. I looked it up. They actually didn't get paid at all. They just housed the fed like the slaves. They were treated badly like slaves would get treated. I don't know if they whipped indentured servants, but I wouldn't put it past them. But they did get the same treatment that you would have gotten if you were on a plantation. So, and then I mean, cause the contracts that they had was supposed to be for a certain amount of time, to pay off a certain amount of debt, and then you can leave. But some of those debtors were slimy as hell, and they raised the debt on purpose more than what they had just to keep them working a little longer. And then they said that they supposed to get freedom dues after they get out, but from what I read, that was it. You might get them, you might not. So, so yeah, I was, when people argue about it, like I'm not arguing about the the differences of it. I never made that argument. You know, the people who argue made that argument. I was just saying it was just slavery, you know, because it was like I mean, this servitude was like a slavery for a limited amount of time, but then you got chattel slavery, which is for life. Yeah, I mean, and if you're talking about like how long you were in it, yeah, then those were two different things. But I was just saying it in general was slavery because you were forced. It's forced servitude. It's involuntary servitude. I mean, well, you can say it was voluntary. They agreed to it. I mean, it's kind of like college students who getting out of college and now they got to find jobs to pay off these student loans that they agreed to. Now you could ask anyone, and I'm pretty sure 9 out of 10 they probably feel like they are some slaves. And if you work any job, any hard job where they work the shit out of you, I'm pretty sure you hear what I say. They, goddamn, they working me like a slave. You hear like something like that if you ever worked a hard job. or a job you didn't like. So that was the whole thing with that. But but yeah, just like my point was about it was that it was slavery. That was my whole point. And for those who want to argue with me in the chat and down in the comment section, I'm gonna say you just have to argue with yourself. Don't be disrespectful. You can disagree or agree respectfully. If you disagree and disrespectfully, you will get blocked. I'm just gonna tell you right now. Wholeness and balance vibrations, people. I'll see you guys later. Y'all have yourselves a great day.